After I posted my video of Paganini's Moto Perpetuo here on my Facebook page, a few people asked about the corner switching technique I mentioned in the intro. A while back, I created a short online course on how to get started with corner switching and how to develop it further. The course also includes a brief look at the history behind the technique. But first, a bit of background. I began learning the violin at the age of 6. A few years later, when I picked up the harmonica, I quickly realized how much violin technique could be transferred to the harmonica. Tommy Riley, the legendary harmonica virtuoso, is my musical idol. In 1991, I visited his home in Hammond's Wood for lessons, an experience in my life I will never forget. Listening to his phrasing and articulation as well as vibrato shows how deeply his harmonica technique was rooted in his understanding of playing the violin. Tommy used tongue blocking but never exploited corner switching. Maybe he was not aware of it, or he was satisfied with what he could already accomplish. It took me years to fully explore and apply corner switching, but once I did, I truly understood its power. Consider this analogy with violin technique. On a chromatic harmonica, you can comfortably cover 4 holes with your mouth. For example, from C1 to C#2, giving you access to up to 14 notes without moving the instrument, depending on which 4 holes you're covering. Similarly, on the violin, the 4 fingers, excluding the thumb, can play 8 to 9 notes on a single string without shifting the hand, say, from G1 to E♭2, including the open string. In both cases, you can think in units of 4. When you shift your mouth 1 hole along the harmonica, you access a new set of notes, just like shifting your left hand up a semitone on the violin. This unit of 4 mindset gives you a significant advantage when shifting up and down the mouthpiece or fingerboard. Let's take an example from Paganini's Moto Perpetuo to help visualize this. The section from measure 118 to 120 is one of the most difficult parts to play fast in this piece. The note sequence in measure 119 can be organized into blocks of 4 notes, beginning on hole 5 note E and ascending through hole 2 in measure 120. By focusing only on the first note of each 4-note block, one can actually quickly internalize the entire sequence. There are additional advantages to corner switching, one of the most important being improved legato playing. Since you don't need to lift your mouth to skip holes, you avoid interrupting the legato flow. The tongue naturally covers the gap between notes, maintaining smooth transitions. For most players, this works well across a range of up to 6 holes. Only for larger jumps do you need to reposition your mouth. Corner switching also lets you really significantly shorten the distance between notes, as your mouth can cover a wide range of holes. For example, when skipping 2 octaves, you're effectively only skipping 1, since by switching corners, you're already covering at least an octave. One other advantage, in my experience, is that your lips and mouth stay more comfortable and don't get dry easily, since you're not constantly moving up and down the mouthpiece. Switching corners to avoid skipping holes works in most cases. Of course, there are exceptions where skipping is unavoidable. For example, when moving from the C in hole 8 to the C in hole 4, then down to the E in hole 2, or the other way around. To sum up, I see corner switching as the modern approach to harmonica playing. Don't be discouraged from giving it a try. It may take some time to get used to, but you'll soon discover the significant advantages it offers. Feel free to reach out. I'm happy to provide more information or answer any questions you may have. Be sure to visit my complete tutorial on corner switching. Just follow the link in the description.